Chris chatting for KaijuPop.com, where today we're playing Globosome, Path of the Swarm on iOS. It's by a German company called Naval, so I suppose right now we're navel gazing, I suppose. I guess because it's German, it'll probably be novel or something. Oh, I don't want to mispronounce things. Oh. This is one of those navel-gazing-y indie type games, though, which I thought, oh, fair enough. I quite like poncy navel-gazing-y kind of indie things, especially as sort of seeing it described, it sounded kind of Pikmin-ish in concept, because the idea is you're sort of guiding little creatures around to survive. Problem is really this isn't that great, if I'm being absolutely honest. I do like it that it says it's nearly finished loading when it's nearly finished loading. You know, it's like it's not just hey, loading, done. This is, well, first of all, we have to get rid of the tilt controls because the tilt controls are terrible. You can use tilt controls, you could use a virtual thumbstick, which I've used for the majority of this game, still isn't ideal. You can also use a controller, an MFI, is that what they call them? If you get a controller from MFI, probably next to the Timber, then that's fine. And right, so I think part of the problem is just having a title called Globosome, which regardless of whether or not you think that's a terrible name, it is. It kind of evokes the idea of, oh, I'm going to play a jaunty, cutesy platformer thing with jaunty, cutesy characters. And these aren't jaunty, cutesy characters, it's just this ball. And if you eat enough vegetation, you get more balls. It looks kind of nice, I suppose. The draw distance, you can see not that great in the distance, but usually the camera is angled down, so that doesn't become an issue, so that's quite smart. But I kind of think it kind of feels like, this is the extent of what's going on visually with this game. You're going down a path, grey rocks, there's big rocks and vegetation around you, and there's nothing like, say, Pikmin does, or even if you want to get really obscure and wanky, Lack of Love on the Dreamcast, there would always be signs of this other civilization, like big creatures, somebody's footprints, things like that around. And there's none of this. I mean, like, the game just lacks any kind of sense of character, just indicated by the fact that I'm pushing this bland ball around. And I think control-wise as well, it's really weird. I'll show you some platforming later on. That's probably the best way to explain it. But I mean, it kind of feels, just by the fact that, hey, it's got tilt controls or analog controls, and these some levels which are fairly vertiginous. It kind of feels like they're going for a sort of Marble Madness kind of vibe, but there's no inertia or anything. If I stop moving, I stop moving instantly. And kind of Marble Madness is all about sort of balancing against rolls and things like that, and Super Monkey Ball and the same. So basically this is the main mechanic. You wind up, you eat food, you spawn another guy, and then you have enough guys to break through this door. Yeah, there you go. And then you go, and there's all the other little guys. Yay, I did it. Those are all the other little guys there. But yeah, just to show you what I mean, as we go back to the menu over here, let's see here, what's something more platformy. Something like this stage, loading, nearly finished, there you go. It's kind of, these are sort of tight corridors, and I'm rolling uphill, I think, if I just sort of read what I'm looking at the screen right, but if I let go, I don't roll or anything like that. I just come to a sharp stop, and here you go. There you go, I'm on a vertical edge there, a ramp up. I'm not going to roll back if I let go of the stick, which is just bizarre. It's kind of off-putting. It just kind of suggests that there's a whole bunch of this game where it seems like somebody had a nice idea and prototyped it and then gone, right, this will be really good after a year's worth of work on it. And then, they went away and had lunch, and then somebody actually published the game without, the original person saying it was okay. You get plants and things. You want to collect all the red plants, and sometimes there's a seed that you want to push to a certain point to make it grow into a flower, and that's kind of good. He's fallen down there because you get the idea. This is the extent of what happens in this game. Nothing happens at all in this game. Because what is quite clever is that you have, as you can see by the dots there on the screen, underneath each level selection, you have the main objective, which is get to the end, and then additional objectives. And if you get enough additional objectives, you see that dotted line fill up, and when that reaches its maximum, then you get a new ability that's kind of an optional ability for your little beasties. So they'll be able to resist damage, for instance, or jump higher, or things like that. And that's kind of non-essential to just getting through the levels, but it's quite clever. I think it's quite cool. But here's another thing, just little things like this. Why are the levels cut off at the bottom of the screen? It just looks bad. It's just all of it. And then there are little issues like one. I think this is a particularly good level for showing off this. It's kind of fundamentally broken in parts. Here, there's things there I've got to figure out how they work, I suppose, because I need 3 little beasties to get behind that door. Oh, that's going to be difficult. I wonder where I should go. Well, this rock is kind of slanted upwards. I wonder if I can sort of hop up one of these rocks, maybe. Let's see. Let's go up here and then jump up. Hang on. Wait a sec. Oh dear. Yeah, you see, I've exited the level. Oh, that definitely isn't going to happen. It isn't supposed to happen, rather. We have reached the edge of the Unity Void. Here, we're careening through space still. I bet if I have a look further up here, where is that door? About there, was it? Looks like it. I think that's the goal on the other end. Yeah. If I sort of come around here, and just sort of, here we go, insinuate myself upwards here. It's not going to let me do it. Oh, it is going to let me do it. There we go. Hey, finish the level there. That happened to me at least 3 different points. I thought, I wonder if I can just cheat on this bit, and you can. So it's Globosome. It's not awesome. It could have been something good. It just needs way more work. It's just not done. But it is done apparently, and it warrants $2 or $3 of your cash on the App Store right now. But probably give it a miss, I reckon. Chris Chatton for KaijuPod.com. Thanks for watching. Bye.